Hey guys, just finished watching DC's Legend of Tomorrow, Season 4, Episode 10, The Getaway. What an interesting episode. So this episode was kind of fun, although the stuff with, Mona and Gary and stuff is just kind of boring. And this Gary stuff was okay in this episode, but the Mona stuff still kind of stupid. I really kind of hate the character. I guess if I had to choose which character I hate the most, it'd be Mona's character. Gary's character is just kind of a little silly and annoying. But Mona's character is actually getting on my nerves. It's just I hate the storyline that they're doing with it, and I really don't like her involvement. And it's just a bad character. And the CGI and her transforming all the time is terrible. The look of her as a monster is terrible. Everything just about the character is just completely utter garbage, and they should just get rid of the character entirely. It's just terrible. What is also bad, specifically for this episode, but he's not gonna come back too often, at least hopefully he doesn't, is the Nixon. They have Nixon in this episode, and oh my god, the actor who plays him is just terrible, or at least he's terrible, and he's just playing it too silly, too goofy, too kind of over the top, and it's just kind of, it's just terrible acting, and it just looks kind of, it doesn't even look like, it's just terrible. It doesn't. Bad casting, bad acting, and it's just kind of a terrible version of Nixon. So I think that's just kind of complete garbage there, and I really don't like how they've done that here. We see Gary goes to Nora Dark in this episode because he's looking into Hank's stuff, trying to find out what's going on, and he goes to Nora Dark for help and completely just explains everything that's going on right in the middle of her room without turning off any security cameras or anything like that would question people. Like, let's say we don't know if there are we know there are security cameras definitely in the room. We've seen that before. That's how Mona got blamed for letting out the copay and stuff, but here, we don't know if there's any audio and stuff, but I imagine there would be because it's Nora Dark. They want to make sure she's not using her spells, trying to secretly conjure up something to break free, right? That would make sense. You would have to have, recordings in there, or at least audio, also surveilling audio, and not just the video of her, right? But let's say they only have video and there's no audio on the recordings. People are going to be questioning why he's standing there talking to her because they can clearly see them standing there for a while having a conversation. So it would have been interesting if he had grabbed maybe Hank's key fob or bracelet fob or whatever that allows him to even pass card or something, allows him to go in there and shut cameras off and things like that. That would make sense. He must have some way of doing that without triggering anything and setting off some alarms when he goes to steal some of the monsters. So they could have had Gary do that to get some information from Nora, but they don't really think of that at all. We see that there's a magical bug that eats lies and stuff, and it goes inside of people. That was kind of interesting, especially at the end and stuff when Nate ends up taking the bug and stuff, swallows the truth bug and ends up telling all the truth. And it was interesting there was kind of how the way they played with Hank and not about just saying complete truths and stuff and not lying because the bug never went to him and stuff. But it's unclear as if he was doing that on purpose, whether he was trying to hide from the bug type thing, or if he was just, he's being truthful to not let the bug get inside of him, or if he was just kind of, he didn't realize that the bug was a truth bug or not type thing, So that would have been something interesting to kind of dive. They could have done that a little bit better, but I like the way they did it, there. We find out that Hank is involved with Desmond and stuff. And he's playing Neuron type thing. I've never really heard of him here. That's what I saw on YouTube and stuff. So I really don't know about anything about the characters. I think that's going to be cool to see as to where things go. And Hank is killed by Desmond, and we see Nate ends up blaming Nora for it because Nora was the first one who shows up on the scene when she finds the body and stuff. But she ends up breaking free from her captivity, and it's interesting that the force field that she was breaking out of it's unclear if she's kind of absorbing some of that energy from the force field. Did she just kind of punch it enough to break free? It would be interesting to see as to where things are going to go with her now that she's free and stuff. I think it could be quite interesting to see to where things kind of continue on with Nora and bringing Nora Dark back into the fold. So I think things are going to be quite interesting to see as to where things go. So I can't wait to see as to where things go with this, especially with I guess it's out there that Hank, everyone, Nate knows what Hank was doing and stuff. I think that's going to be quite interesting to see where things go with that. Hopefully, it looks like based on the trailer for next episode that it does revolve around Hank being dead and stuff, and his spirit still roaming around based on the trailer. And I think that could be something interesting, but we'll have to wait and see as to where things kind of go with this. But I really will hope that it doesn't just kind of like, Hank's, soul is ripped out of his body and his spirit's still roaming around. They put it back in at the end of the next episode, and then we're, all they end up doing is spending the next episode putting his soul back in. Now, if things kind of change up and they find out that Desmond's involved and Constantine has to face Desmond, then that could be really interesting to move in the storyline on. But it doesn't really, hopefully it does move the story forward, and hopefully we don't just put bring back Nate or Hank, put his soul back in his body, and that's it, and things move on, and we're nowhere, we haven't done anything. We're nowhere near furthering. We haven't furthered on the story of the season. So if it does, I think there is the potential there to see, Constantine face Desmond and stuff, and learn about that, and that could further on the storyline. But just putting Hank's soul back in his body would not really further on the storyline enough for me. So we'll have to wait and see as to where things go with this in the next episode. But I'll have to just wait and see. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.